Watch as Jamie Raskin schools Republicans on crime in Democratic-controlled cities. So currently the House is debating whether to repeal a DC law that reduces criminal penalties. And Republicans who love to talk about crime in Democratic-controlled cities are talking about crime in Democratic-controlled cities. And then Jamie Raskin shows up.
Mr. Speaker, my colleagues have put some stuff on the floor, so I want to answer it. The distinguished gentleman from Georgia invoked a couple of crimes in Washington, D.C., including one in the metro. He didn't talk about the hundreds of crimes that were committed here at the Capitol, in Congress, in Washington, D.C., because he viewed the events of January 6th as akin to a, quote, normal tourist visit. And now he dares to lecture the people of Washington, D.C. about keeping Washington, D.C. safe. He seeks to associate Washington, D.C. with crime. And indeed, he and his colleagues constantly try to link images of crime to what they call Democrat-controlled cities. So I did some research last night just to clarify matters. The 7 states with the highest murder rates in 2020 all were states that were majority for Donald Trump in the 2020 election. The murder rate in the states that voted for Trump was higher in aggregate than the murder rate in the states that voted for Biden in each year from 2000 to 2020. So I would invite the gentleman not to lecture the people of Washington, D.C. about crime rates, because the murder rate is worse in the red states than it is in the blue states. 5 of the 10 cities with the highest murder rate through the first half of last year were in states that voted for Donald Trump in 2020. All those cities have higher murder rates than Washington, D.C. Among the top 10 is a city in the state represented by the sponsor of the disapproval resolution, Mr. Clyde. Now,
and let's not forget about one of the cities that Kevin McCarthy represents.
And then he joins the chorus denouncing crime in Washington, D.C., which is suddenly of concern to them. I had not heard them mention that before. Well, it turns out that Bakersfield, California, has one of the highest crime rates in America, recently described as one of the top 10 deadliest cities in America for its size, and its crime rate is higher than that of Washington, D.C. And yet, we're going to take this opportunity to kick around the people of Washington, D.C. Why? Because they're vulnerable.
I love that we have Democrats like Raskin calling out the hypocrisy of the GOP.